Welcome to Season Chasers. I'm Rob Freeman. Those that love nature and outdoor sports spend a lot of quality time looking for adventure throughout the year. The more you study, the more you learn about the peak seasons in nature. It's fun to know when it's best to go fishing or hunting, when it's time to pick blueberries, wild mushrooms, or native pecans. Sometimes the peak season is close to home, right in your own backyard, or it could be miles away near the mountains and the sea. Either way, this program will chase the seasons where the action is hot.
The season is summertime in Alaska. Don't worry, we're not hunting loons today. We're chasing the giant northern pike underneath the surface of this clear lake. We know it must be a good place to fish, or the loons wouldn't be spending so much time up here. This lake is up to 60 feet deep, and there's lots of lilies and bulrushes growing in the shallower areas. At one time, this lake used to hold a good population of migrating salmon and rainbow trout, but it's been pretty well taken over by the northern pike. They're considered an invasive species in this area. In fact, live release is prohibited here on the pike. You aren't required to keep them, but you risk a ticket for catch and release on pike. We're going to keep some today on several different trips. We're going to cook some up, and along the way, you're going to get to see some cool Alaska wildlife. The lake we're fishing on is big enough to land float planes, and that actually happens every now and then up here. That's a de Havilland beaver on floats. A perfect ride for Alaska.
Land on this lake.
Oh yeah.
Great big Alaska northern pike. Today for you on Season Chasers.
The season is the first week of August here in Alaska, and we've had the last 5 days some pretty good rainfall. If you call rainfall pretty good during fishing season. The result has been the rivers have come up about 2 feet. The crystal clear snowmelt rivers now resemble more like chocolate milk, and are not safe to cross on foot, and are not easy to fish right now for the silver salmon run. So we've switched to plan B, and we've come to one of the beautiful lakes here nearby. And this lake has bulrushes, and it has lily pads along the side, and some really clear water, and you know that it's just lousy with northern pike. So we've retooled and taken some of our salmon equipment. What's different here is I'll be using a steel leader, because we get into some of these pike, you're going to get to see some teeth on fish that is really pretty nasty. So we're going to use a steel leader ahead of a pixie, and this is just a plain spoon with a plastic color in the middle of it, and we've rigged it with a single hook. If we get a bite from one of these pike, we don't want to be digging treble hooks out of it, and it's going to be hard enough to unhook them as it is. We know some fellas that this week really got into the pike in this lake the first time the rivers came up. Some fellas from Green Bay, Wisconsin came out here in this same place and brought in 6 really nice pike, ranging from 5 pounds to the big one went 12 3/4. So we're going to see if we can duplicate some of their success today. We've got the boat, we've got a beautiful day, we've got about 60 degrees and a little bit of wind on the water, and we're going to have some fun today on the lake here in Alaska. Thanks for coming along on Season Chasers.
Well, we're out on the lake doing a little pike fishing, and we're going to try to hoof it over to the other side of this glacial lake. And we thought, well, we'll do a little trolling on the way for pike. And I've got a pretty good sized pixie on here with a single hook, and I don't think this is a pike. I think I got something else. And we're fixing to find out what it is. Using 10-pound line here, about an 8-foot ugly stick, and a Shimano 4000. Using the bright green line, mainly so I can see it. Doesn't seem to bother the pike, and apparently it doesn't bother something else here either. We had stopped to see how deep it was, and I dropped this pixie 50 feet over the side. and then took off back toward where we wanted to go. Oh, there we go. Oh, I think it's a trout. Oh yeah. Oh, yeah, he decides he doesn't want to be caught out in this open water. But anyway, I brought this up from 50 feet and took off where we were going. And this guy got to it before a pike could. Really nice looking rainbow. Oh, that's what we like to hear. We're out here in this open water, so there's not too much to get snagged on. We're going to be real easy with them because we want to release this fish. Not going to pressure him too much out here. We were out here yesterday in the bright sunshine with a few whitecaps, and I think our conditions have improved. The only thing that can make this nicer, Jason, is if a big old pike came and started chasing it around. Let's get this one loose so he can get free of us and the pike. Get a good look at. Working back up. This is really clear water. And really, really, really cold. I've got a black steel leader on here mainly for the pike. It's done a pretty good job holding this rainbow. Oh, look at that, Jason. Nice fish or what? Let everybody get a chance to see him. What a nice rainbow trout. Nice wild rainbow. We're going to let him loose. And back in the water. Pliers working. Let's make sure he's going to be all right. There he goes. Gotta love that. I want to go pike fishing more often if you catch rainbows like that. We'll see what's coming up next on Season Chasers. Oh yeah, he's a good one. He's a good one. He's a really good one. This is going to be a struggle. He's just now starting to thrash. I got the steel leader on. I got 10-pound line, and I think it's bigger than that. Feet planted here. It's a big one. I'm not going to be in too big a hurry to get this guy in because we have to gaff him. That's what we came here for, Jason. The season, the first week of August, and we've had rain set in here in Alaska, and it's really kind of fouled up the rivers. So when that happens, we fish the lakes, and this is why we do that. Let's see if we can get a little look at this guy. I don't think he's quite done. That way we got to look at him. We got the steel leader on, and I'm going to have to gaff him to get him in. We don't have a landing net that's going to fit this guy. We don't have a landing net. It's under the boat. Sure like to bring that motor up. Get it out of the way. Just gonna let him pull out line if he wants. This is his territory. He's pretty upset. He's digging deep. Okay, why don't we move those backpacks to the very front of the boat? Because I'm going to have to slide them in right here with the gaff. Why don't I give you yours first? There you go. And I'm going to try to gaff him right now. I think he's ready to go. He doesn't like this gaff thing. But that's what we're gonna have to do, senor. I think he's just about to give it up. I just barely got him. Did you see that?
That was pretty lucky.
The gaff saved us on that deal. The gaff saved our bacon. Holy cheese.
I was told by an old piker that if you found their territory, they're going to be guarding it. And this same big fish has hit me 3 different times within 25-30 feet of this very spot. As clear as it is, I look way behind the lure to make sure I'm not getting a little bit of a follow.
Oh baby. Oh baby. Look at a good one. Look at the size of this
Oh
one.
yeah! This is a gap here, guys.
Man.
Hang on to him. How do you want to do this, Ned?
I gotta get it. Oh! Did you get that on film?
I think so.
This is a big one.
You want me to get out deeper, or what do you think?
Oh, we're good. We just gotta
This
get
one's
him.
huge. You want to get the gaff?
Yeah.
Okay, let me hand it to you.
Whoa, nice one.
Under the underside. Pull him in. Pull him in. All the way in. In. All the way in. Oh no! Hang on to him. Hang on.
I'm on the wire.
Now he's really mad.
Hold that. I got a crank.
You want me to get him for you?
Yeah. I can't hang. Get him.
Right here.
Now that's a fish.
Woohoo! Shoot him, Ned! Shoot him!
Wow.
Yeah, I think that was just enough to get us started. Look at this baby.
That's the biggest pike I've caught up here.
Oh yeah, that was over. I guarantee it's over 20, man. That is over 20. Now tell me how you like this pike fishing.
Oh baby, oh baby. That was wonderful. Did you see how hard he hit? I was like, I thought I was snagged up. He started going the other way. I was like, oh man. Whoa.
Let's take a look at this guy.
Craig.
Oh yeah, that's a boat-sized fish right
Eyes
there.
on that guy.
Look at him. These others are nice, but that's a fish. That's a great one, Ned.
Wow.
Good job. Here, wait. Let's. Well, Ned and I have had what I'd call an incredible evening out here on the lake, and we got this boat put in for the first time this year, and we know there's still fish out here. And Ned, you whacked a couple of really nice ones tonight. Your best pike in Alaska so far, is that right?
Yeah, that's the biggest one I've caught on this lake for sure. So it's a good night. Any night you're fishing's a good night.
Well, let's let people get a look at these real quick, and then we got some housework to do to clean up this boat, because the kind of fish that got brought in tonight, we got slime pretty good out here. But when you catch fish like that, that's one of the hazards that we'll try to endure. But look at this one that Ned caught. You catch a fish like this, you got to go on the publicity tour. Now this is what I call an Alaska gator with no legs. This is a northern pike, and I'd say this is one to be real proud of. We're going to put the tape on this one in a little bit, find out exactly what it weighs, and really glad to do a good deed and kill a few pike tonight, especially a great big one like that. Some of our others, here's the average size tonight. So we got to see some pretty good action. These are worth bringing home, and we're going to have these ready for the pan in no time. Thanks for coming along with us tonight on Season Chasers. Way to go, Ned.
Have a good evening.
It's Chick Days at Blue Ribbon Farm and Home in Pittsburgh. All the chicken supplies you need to get started. Blue Ribbon Farm and Home has what you need to feed the wild birds. Blue Ribbon Farm and Home has what you need to plant a beautiful garden. Seeds, plants, fertilizer, and weed control for your lawn.
Don't forget Blue Ribbon Farm and Home has a huge selection of food for dogs.
Whether you have a lap dog, a sport dog, chickens, or a goofy goat, Blue Ribbon Farm and Home has all the feeds you'll ever need.
You talking about a goofy goat, and this is the goofy goat right here.
Extreme environments can cause a spontaneous change in DNA, resulting in unexpected power and agility. Introducing the all-new, all-powerful Gator RSX 850i. 62 horsepower, a fully independent multi-link suspension, and a top speed of 53 miles per hour. It's a whole new species of gator.
It's time to make plans for summer salmon fishing in Alaska. I'll be personally guiding groups in August for 4-day adventures in Alaska's bush country. It's just 50 miles from Anchorage. We also offer 1-day flyouts for cruise ship visitors. Get away from the crowds. There's no combat fishing out here. Also available, trophy northern pike. If it's time to put you in this picture, show up with a big appetite and be ready for a taste of the Alaska outdoor life. Call right away for reservations and information. We'll save a seat for you.
It's time for the gun of the week from John Sports Center. We got a couple of really nice special models here from Beretta. What do we got here, Adam?
It's a Beretta 1301 competition shotgun. You can use it for hunting just like any other gun, but this one was designed to be for speed and for alliance and 3-gun competition.
Okay, Jack, this one's got some special modification of it. What have you done to this one?
You bet. Basically, it comes from the factory looking just like this. So straight out of the box, you're going to have an oversized bolt handle. You're going to have an oversized bolt release. You're going to have an oversized safety, some very aggressive checkering, and of course a ramped rib for quick target acquisition. Obviously, this one's been slightly aftermarket accessorized. You know, same bolt handle, bolt release, all that kind of stuff. We've got a big tube extension for this one's an 11+1. Plus a nice long choke tube as well. Basically, out of the box, this is going to be one of the best three gun on the market as far as that goes. Very quick, super speedy. You can cycle 4 shells in under a second. So,
and if you are shooting a Continental at the break, it's going to be real easy to find your gun in the rack if you got one of these. Now, tell us what this is, Jack.
This is our A400 XL. This is our semi-automatic sporting clays shotgun.
And I've never seen one other than Beretta with this kind of blue receiver.
Blue. Yeah. We do that so we can be recognized on the course. And, you know, everybody's got a black gun or a silver gun, but Beretta's got a blue, and so we like to talk about that.
Yeah, the Beretta, it's a gun of the week. See Adam at the store, but today we're out here at the Sporting Clays competition at Claythorne Lodge, and that's why all the flags are flying and special displays are here. But we're here because just got a lot of good shooting activities going on. This is some of the really wholesome ways to enjoy the shooting sports, and come check out what Beretta has to offer, and John's has it for you all year long.
Appreciate it.
Jack, thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
If you'd like more information on the Gun of the Week or any of the other guns in stock, or for special orders, stop by John's Sports Center at 18th and Broadway in Pittsburgh for more information. And tune in to Season Chasers next week for next week's Gun of the Week from John's Sports Center. Also today, be watching for some of the unique wildlife that we get to see on some of our fishing trips up here in Alaska. We've been studying, we've been learning, and now it's time to share on Season Chasers.
Welcome to the Season Chasers Moose section. It's a short gallery of moose that we get to see in the summertime.
Look at her ears.
I personally don't hunt moose, and that leaves more for Alaskans who depend on moose instead of beef and other commercial meats to get them through the winter. In this area, I've noticed seeing more moose in recent years, and that's possibly due to a predator control program that has reduced the bear and wolf populations around here. It's estimated there are about 40,000 moose in the state of Alaska, and you usually only get to see 1 or 2 at a time.
Get you pictures of your face, bro. This is at the side of our airport. We got us a moose. This is the proper way to film a moose from the truck.
When you see a moose, it's usually in an open area, like this pipeline corridor. This small bull is really pretty big, but somehow he'll disappear right into the bushes. Come across a big bull moose like this, and just see how steady your hands are. This one wandered off under the power lines and grazed on leaves and shrubs. didn't show much interest in posing for our cameras. But take a look at the velvet that's growing out of his bullwinkle antlers. I'm told that when you harvest a bull like this, if it's big enough, it could yield over 800 pounds of bone meat. If you take one of these, you better have a big freezer, you better really like moose, and you better have several friends to help you get it there. Here's 3 coastal brown bears that really like moose. I'll bet these 3 are just about always hungry during the summertime. But they're not invited to the cabin for our fresh pike dinner.
Now tonight we're using chunks of pike fillets, but you can use this with just about any fresh or seawater fish. I'm going to take a piece that's been rinsed and go ahead and put it into some all-purpose flour, just to give it a good quick coating. This is the base coat for our fried pike. Then we're going to put it into a bowl with some milk and egg real quickly, and finish it off in some cracker crumbs. And tonight we ground up some Ritz crackers. You can use saltines or about any of your favorite crackers. And then we get our oil hot and get this party started. We're here at the cabin, out on the deck, near Cook Inlet, Alaska, and amidst all the low-flying planes and helicopters. And we've prepared some pike fillets with our cracker crumb batter mix. Now, I don't know what you like to have with your pike, but here's what we're having tonight. Pretty good stuff. That's what it's all about.
Waka waka.
Tune in each week for some of the stuff you just won't see on other shows. Outdoors, wildlife, and a life of adventure. Being on the lookout for natural foods and making the most of what the wildlife provides. Study, learn, and share the great outdoors with someone who's important to you.